Really? Hi. Monkey. Howdy folks, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing it really well. I am about to reunite with my pony. I've been away for just over 2 weeks and I can see him right now and I'm so excited. This video is going to be a short and sweet kind of barn vlog. Basically just me reuniting with the ponies, but I'm also going to talk about why I give Merlin or my young horses a winter break. So there he is. Oh, hi my baby. Come see my, oh, I get 2 for the price of 1. Hi, baby. I love you too, but this is my man. Hi. Oh, my boy. My boy. I missed you. Too long. Too long. So we're going to go for a little leg stretch in the arena first thing, and then we're going to go in the barn. How's that sound? How's that sound? You're going to go have some buckies. Gonna go have some buckies. Hi. Really, Merlin? Can tell you haven't been in here for 2 weeks. You dumbass. Get. Really? Hi. Monkey. You get. Stay down here. Oh my. Pat. Stay down there. Just watch out. Steady. Good boy. Really? Yep, there it is. Steady. As I expected, he is very spicy. He spooked as I brought him in the door and then almost reared in hand. So I let him go immediately and he immediately started bucking. Are you feeling good? You haven't been in here in a couple weeks, so you haven't been able to buck and play around. Yes. Because normally he just comes in here and he doesn't immediately explode. So he feels good. You take your blankie off? Huh? You look pretty good, buddy. Little fat. Yes. You're a little fat. But that's to be expected. You haven't really done much moving in the last couple weeks. Are you looking down the shade because you're a little fat? Huh? I got lots of treats for you. Yeah. Lots of treats for you. Oh, baby, I missed you. Yeah, I missed you. Oh, the scritches. Oh, the scritches. It's kind of crazy. It's so much easier to see differences in your horse when you don't see them for a few weeks. And he just looks so good. Like, whenever I'm away from him for more than like 10 days, I always come back and I'm like, God, you're large. You can see where I measure up, like next to his withers. And it's kind of wild. He's officially like 16.3, so I definitely think he's gonna finish over 17 hands. You're a large boy. Holy fudge. Yeah, you're large. But I'm happy to say that because we've had some snow, thank God, they're actually moving around a little bit and his legs aren't stocked up like they were before Christmas, which is fabulous. And we're due to get more snow this week, which is great. Should be able to take Eve out hacking this weekend. So I guess the main question of this video is why he's on a winter break and kind of why I put my young horses on a winter break and kind of my philosophy and benefits of it. What I've noticed anecdotally, it's not, you know, this isn't based on scientific studies or anything like that. With him particularly, I've always found that when he's done a period of intense learning, he benefits from having some time to process and recover mentally. So when he was like a yearling and a 2-year-old and we would do lots of groundwork in prep for eventually starting under saddle, I would do like a week where I did, you know, 4 short sessions. I would then give him a week off and he would come back even better. When I started him under saddle as a 3-year-old, we did like 2.5 months where we were doing 2 to 3 rides a week or 2 to 3 sessions a week. And then he had all of July off, so all of July of 22 off. Then we did August, September, October, part of November, and then he went on a break from like mid-November to beginning of March. So he had like 3.5 months off this time last year. And then I brought him back into work in March of 2023. And we did a good, like he was pretty much in work all year. He had 2 short breaks when I went on different trips. So he had like 10 days to 2 weeks off in July and 10 days to 2 weeks off in August. And then I give him lighter weeks when he's had periods of more intense work and things like that. So I'm always taking into consideration what he's done and what he would benefit from in terms of a break. Now, for a winter break, I always find personally that horses do a lot of growing over the winter. It's just something that I've experienced in my lifetime. And I definitely know that he, in the last, this will be my fourth winter owning him, he does do a lot of growing in the winter. He is 4.5 now. He's going to be 5 in June, and he's slowing down a lot growth wise in terms of height, but he is filling out a lot. And he did so much for me in 2023. Like, he progressed so much. He did so much filling out, so much growing, both physically and mentally, that I just decided that he deserved a break. And to be honest, like, I currently have 2 horses in full work. I did want to focus my winter time on Eve a little bit more because she is for sales, so it's likely that she won't be here in a few months, and I have the rest of my life to work and play with him. So, or rest of his life, I should say. That's sad, but it's true. So he's having a little winter vacation. I'm still going to be bringing him into the arena to let him have some crazy time just so he can stretch and so that I can see how he's moving and things like that. We might do some groundwork, some positive reinforcement type stuff. Get a new coat, and he immediately messes it up. So yeah, we are now 3 weeks into his winter break. I put him off the week before I left to go home for the holidays, and then I've been gone 2 weeks. So my initial plan, basically I put him off so that from the time that he was off, beginning of February would be 6 weeks. And I know a lot of people do like a 6 to 8 week winter break or 6 to 8 week break at any time in the year that benefits them. It's the perfect time because this is the grossest time of the year for weather. It's the time of the year where I have the least amount of motivation, and it's the time of year where he is craziest, as you will have just seen. Now, I must admit that that is a little extreme for him. It's basically, he was only that crazy because he hasn't been in the arena for a couple of weeks. I'm going to allow him a little bit of grace there. Yeah, but he's, at least at the current moment in his babiness, at least in the current moment where he's still a baby, he has a lot more energy in the winter, and I just don't feel like dealing with it. So he goes on a break, has some vacation. In February, I'm going to start slowly bringing him back into work. I'm going to do a couple of weeks of groundwork, so free lunging, long lining, things like that. Just slowly get him back into it and build up some fitness. He won't have lost like a ridiculous amount of muscle and conditioning, especially as he lives outside. It's not like I'm bringing him back into work after a year off or anything like that, but I just want to make sure that I slowly and steadily bring him back into it, which I think will also help reduce the spunkiness under saddle. And there's actually another reason why I'm not going to be able to ride him for a bit, and you will see that probably in the next video or the video after. I'm annoyed by it, but it is reality. Sometimes things happen that annoy the crap out of you. That's kind of why I've put him on vacation. The TLDR of it is he deserves it because he worked really hard for me last year. He's crazy in the winter and I don't want to deal with that under saddle. And I don't have the motivation to work with him as much as he would need to be worked to be happy and consistent in work. So in the winter, sometimes I only ride 3 times a week, which he would need. With his current age and energy level, he would need more than that, even though he does live outside. He has a lot more energy to expel than he used to. So he loves his winter arena playtime, and I enjoy that time just to bond with him and just spend some quality time without any riding strings attached. And I think we both enjoy it, don't we? Something else I'm going to say just briefly is that he has had 2 weeks where his feet haven't been treated for thrush as much as they normally are. My friend was nice enough to bring him in on the weekends and to treat them for me. So they were treated twice while I was gone, once a week. And they are looking so good, especially considering the footing that we had. So it was unseasonably warm in between Christmas and New Year's. And the footing in the paddocks was like very muddy, kind of soupy wet, which by this time of the year, it's normally snowy and the footing is nice. And I was expecting to come back to it being the same or worse. And it's complete. I mean, he didn't have any in the front, but they were starting to smell a little bit. His fronts are completely fine. His backs, one of them is completely like the thrush is gone. And the other one, there's a little kind of crack in his central sulcus, but it's more of like an ice cut than anything else. It's not proper thrush because it doesn't have that smell. So I'm going to treat it. But yeah, I'm amazed by how sometimes I wonder if I do too much when it comes to the treating of the thrush. I follow what people tell me, but whenever I go away for Christmas and I come back, I always notice a big difference when they've only been treated like a few times. So an evolving mystery, your thrush, isn't it? All right, should we go back outside and go see your sister? So sadly it is dark. You won't be able to see her super well, but hello, baby. There she is. Hello, Lady Pie. Here she is. We say hello. We say hello, hello. So she has also had about 16 days off the entire time I've been gone. So tonight we're just going to do a leg stretch. I'm going to get on, walk her for 15 minutes, do a little bit of trot, and that'll be it. Slowly get her back into it. So all things considered, this lady was actually impeccably behaved. We did 30 minutes walk trot, and we had a couple little hyper head shakes, but other than that, she was really good. Very impressed. 2 weeks, no riding, no lunging, and I couldn't let her loose. And yeah, it was very good. Very, very good. So the day after I filmed this video, I started feeling sick and I got quite ill. On the Thursday, which is from the day of this posting, last Thursday, I tested positive for COVID. Until this point, I have never had COVID. I somehow went through the pandemic. I've been sick with a cold, but I've tested every single time I've been sick with a cold, and I've never tested positive. And somehow, in the year of our Lord, 2024, in the first days of the year, I test positive for COVID. And when I tell you, my friends, that it put me on my butt, I filmed this last Monday. It was supposed to go up Tuesday, and I'm just getting to editing it now. I'm finally starting to feel better. I've got a nasty cough and a lot of like fatigue and shortness of breath, which I'm not a fan of. I'm familiar with being tired, but I don't like not being able to breathe. I had all these super cool videos planned for January, and some of them are gonna just not happen because I haven't been riding, and we've also been having really cold weather. So apologies for the lack of videos in the last week. My goal for this year is to post every Tuesday and Friday, but it's all gonna depend on things like this, how I'm feeling. And I actually haven't been out to see Merlin and Eve since I filmed this video. So I was away from them for 2 weeks, went out to see them once, and then was forced to stay home again for another week. Yeah, and I've just been listening to my body, and it's been telling me, no, you need to rest. We had a lot of snow over the weekend, and I went down to shovel around my car, got about half of the snow shoveled, and then had to come up, and it took me 20 minutes to catch my breath, which is not fun. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Hope that you enjoyed me reuniting with the ponies and kind of talking about why Merlin is on a winter break. At the time that I'm filming this, he really only has 2 weeks of his winter break left. It's January 16th, and I'm going to be starting to bring him back into work at the beginning of February, but I likely won't be able to ride him until later in February or early March. So he still will be off from ridden work, but it'll be a bit until I'm back on board, but he'll be coming back into work, and I'm really excited. Prepping for what I hope will be an exciting spring, summer, fall. So I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you would like to see more. And if you're new here, hit the like button, comment down below, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'm not going. Are you kidding me? Seriously.